here. That's about 64 knots of gate-to-gate shear. So my gut feeling is that this is a debris signature. That's what it looks like to me. So I think that we probably did have a tornado touchdown there.
Yeah, very interesting. Lot to unpack. Very active situation still ongoing in Pickens County. Scotty, why don't you introduce our guest here as we continue to watch an active tornado warning for Pickens County, South Carolina. Another 20 minutes until 10:15.
Yeah, so we have Gerald Mengel coming on. Gerald's joining us from Pickens County, South Carolina. Gerald, weather follower in South Carolina, actually getting ready to go to UNC Charlotte to pursue his meteorology degree. And Gerald, thanks for joining us, buddy. I saw your tweet, very first thing that I saw your tweet about the damage, and then we started hearing some scanner reports of some damage in Pickens County. So can you kind of tell us what you've experienced this evening?
Yeah, so first of all, thanks for having me. I appreciate it. So I was driving actually back up because I was storm chasing this afternoon further south in the state. I was on that Abbeville storm, and I was making my way back up here this evening to come home, of course, because I live in Pickens. And obviously you could see that the structure of the storm was pretty impressive coming up from the Powdersville side of kind of the upstate. You could see a lot of lightning. And then by the time I got here into Pickens, we kind of had two separate storms. We had that first storm that moved through, I guess, maybe an hour ago or so. And that likely dropped a tornado on the northwest side of Pickens towards Reese Mill Road and up towards US 178. I've had friends who reported that their house got hit and had their camper and barn destroyed, as well as damage to their house. Excuse me. Also, obviously, with it being late at night, it's kind of hard to get a full, in-depth view on the damage, so we'll have to wait till the morning for that. We've also had reports of power outages on the 6 Mile side of Pickens County. That could be due to the current storm. I don't know much more about that. I just know friends have also reported having power outages there. So that's all I really know, at least here from Pickens, but definitely damage reported from that first cell that moved through about an hour ago.
Yeah, and it seems like earlier today we had a tornado warning there in Abbeville County, so pretty active scene over upstate South Carolina. But you were talking about some damage to a barn and stuff. Did they give you really any details of how severe the damage was?
Yeah, the most I got out of it, because like I said, it's pretty late at night, so it's kind of hard to tell a full extent. But I was under the impression that at least the roof had been ripped off of the barn and potentially damage to the walls as well. So unfortunately, I don't know the extent of how sturdy the barn is as a structure. I'm not sure if it's an old one that's kind of beat up or a newer one, but I was under the impression that the roof had been ripped off of it.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate that report. I mean, you were the first. I was scrolling through Twitter as we were doing just an update, and I saw your report, and then I turned on the weather scanner here, and we saw kind of like the velocity signature, and seemed like everything was kind of going down. So we appreciate your report, and I hope that everybody that you know, their friends and family are safe and not too much damage that took place there. Yeah,
from what I'm aware of, everyone is safe and okay. Just obviously we'll have to see in the morning the extent of the damage, but I appreciate you guys having me on.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, Gerald, and appreciate you participating, and would love to have you back on sometime. And I know you do some good work down there, and always enjoy following you on Twitter. So appreciate all that you do, and we'll talk soon.
All right. Thanks again, guys.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
All right.
So there you go. I mean, there's firsthand what really took place down there tonight. So
yeah, I suspect that's going to get a survey.
Yeah, I would think so too.
Especially once they've done like I've done here and reviewed the radar. Take a look at my screen share here, guys. Looking at a cross section. Let me hit a button here, so something that's in the way. There we go. All right, so I can see what I'm doing. This is the reflectivity across section that goes across northern Pickens County here, and again, there's Pickens right there, just kind of hidden by our thank you. It's right there. Let's switch over to correlation coefficient, and there, in the same area where we have high reflectivity, we have this drop off in correlation coefficient in the cross section up to about 5,000 feet. So I think we probably had
Oh,
debris lofted to at least 5,000 feet.
Oh my God.
Arguably, maybe higher than that if you look at a different way and just look at what the beam height is. It may have been as high as 10 or 11,000
Oh my
from
goodness.
some of the other stuff I've looked at. So yeah, I'm pretty sure we had a tornado touchdown. I'm pretty sure that's tornado debris.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. We're definitely gonna want to see how that. See, just it's going to be interesting to see what the Weather Service is going to have to say on that subject when it comes down to the storm surveys. I want to get back to the active tornado warning in Pickens County. There's still a tornado warning here for the next 14 minutes. Still some noisy ish. I mean, if I put the normalized rotation on there, it's not looking tremendously good, but there is still some evidence that there could be some rotation approaching US